Hello, dear students. Welcome back to a news article. Students, today we are about to unravel the secret engine that controls India's magical rain season, the monsoon. But what if I told you there's a mysterious traveler of winds and clouds circling around the earth that helps decide when and how much rain India gets? Yes, that's real. And it has a big name, the Madden-Julian Oscillation, or simply MJO for sure. Okay, so let's dive into this amazing weather story. First, let's understand the monsoon. What is monsoon? Monsoon means that seasonal मॉनसून मीन्स द सीजनल विंड्स दैट ब्रिंग रेन है ना आपने सुना होगा न्यूज में भी मॉनसून आ गए मॉनसून क्या है बेसिकली दीज आर seasonal winds that bring rain. So think of them as nature's big delivery trucks carrying moisture from the ocean and dropping it on land as rain. So in India, we have two monsoons. The southwest monsoon from June to September. This is the big one. Okay. And the one that cools us down and makes the crops grow, it comes from the southwest direction. You can see the direction. This is India, and this is the direction from the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean and moves towards India. Then we have northeast monsoon from October to December. Now this one is smaller and it affects mainly Tamil Nadu and parts of east coast. It moves in the opposite direction. है ना? This is the northwest and these are the northeast. So without monsoons, India would be dry and dusty. Okay. So farmers, they wait for the monsoon like students wait for holidays. But this year in 2025, something surprising happened. See, this year, monsoon arrived in Kerala on May 24. Okay. Usually, and this on it arrived May 24, and that's 8 days, 8 days earlier than normal. Okay, it isn't supposed to arrive earlier, that much earlier, and then it reached Mumbai on May 26, 2 weeks early. मतलब मॉनसून को थोड़ा जून तक आता है वो आपने न्यूज आपने अपने बुक्स में पढ़ा होगा जून 10 तक आता है लेकिन इस बार 26 मई में मॉनसून मुंबई पहुंच गया सो 2 weeks early. Now see, this kind of event is super rare. In fact, it was the earliest ever monsoon arrival in Mumbai. So how did this happen? Did someone press a monsoon forward button? So students, not really, but something did push it forward. And that brings us to the star of our story, the mysterious MJO, Madden-Julian Oscillation. Okay. So what is Madden-Julian Oscillation, students? First, it's not a magic. It's a moving system of winds. Okay. It's a moving system of winds. And it also consists of clouds and pressure that travels around the equator. Equator is what? Equator is an imaginary line that divides our earth into two equal parts. So it travels around the equator, the middle belt of earth, and brings rainfall. So imagine the MJO like a giant invisible train. Okay, and this invisible train is full of clouds and storms moving from eastwards around the earth. Eastward direction से पूरे around the earth घूमता रहता है. So wherever it stops, it unloads rain. Okay, and this system was discovered in 1971 by two scientists, Roland Madden and Paul Julian. That's why it's called Madden-Julian Oscillation or MJO. It moves slowly, like 4 to 8 meters per second, and takes 30 to 60 days to go around the planet once. Okay, sometimes it even takes 90 days. And here's the cool part, it has two phases. Active phase, this is when MJO brings clouds, storms, and heavy rain. And suppressed phase, this is when it keeps the weather dry and quiet. So it's like one side of earth is at a party, water party, and the other is having a nap. Okay, so India, when we say how does it affect India, see, India lies, you might have learned this in your geography class. So India lies in tropical belt. Okay. Okay. We have Tropic of Cancer parallel to equator. So India lies here. So between 30° north and 30° south of equator, uh, ये 30° नॉर्थ है और 30° साउथ है, तो यहाँ पे इंडिया कहीं लाइक करता है. So when MJO is active and passes over the Indian Ocean, it can create cyclones. It can push moisture towards land, and it can also trigger monsoon rain early. So that's what happened in May 2025. Around 22, May 22 को क्या हुआ? MJO entered something called phase 4, which was very, very powerful. So Indian Meteorological Department said the MJO's energy was greater than 1, which means strong rainfall and storms. Result? Boom! The monsoon reached early, especially in Kerala and Mumbai. So, एक और फिनोमेना है जो आपने इसके बारे में कई बार सुना होगा न्यूज़पेपर में, एल नीनो. Okay, it's when the waters in the Pacific Ocean, we have oceans. So this is North America and this is South America. So when the waters in the Pacific Ocean here, when it gets warmer than usual, and guess what? El Nino and MJO, they are often seen together. So when there's strong El Nino, there's strong MJO activity. But be careful. This isn't always a good thing. El Nino years are often bad for Indian monsoons. It changes wind patterns and it can even reduce rainfall overall, even if MJO is active. Okay, so this year, scientists are watching closely. Even though monsoon came early, will it stay strong? That is the big question. All right, now let's revisit the monsoon winds. Let's look at the monsoon winds again. So we have southwest monsoon and northwest monsoon, right? So our southwest monsoon comes from Indian Ocean. As you can see, this is the Indian Ocean. It is coming from Indian Ocean. It picks up water and drops rain on India. A northeast monsoon, it comes from land to sea and it only affects some eastern areas. Now, if MJO is active during southwest monsoon, if it is active during this season, okay, so it adds extra fuel to the rain engine, more clouds, more rain. But if MJO is quiet or if it's in suppressed phase, even its monsoon season, the skies might stay dry. So the MJO acts like a switch, turning the rain up or down. All right. Now you might be thinking, why do I need to know about this? See, students, farmers, they depend on monsoon rains to grow food. Okay. So cities, they need to prepare for foods or water storage. And weather scientists क्या करते हैं? It helps them in uh, preparing. It helps them in preparing the uh, weather forecast. Okay, where cyclone might happen. So students like you can understand why some summers are super rainy and others are dry. So learning about the MJO is like having a weather cheat code, and you can look at cloud patterns and guess what? You know what's going to happen next time. So, and also it is also important that maybe, just maybe, one of you listening today will actually become a meteorologist who studies the MJO and it helps protect the millions of lives. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Today we learned about what? We learned about the Madden-Julian oscillation, the moving system of clouds and winds, and how it travels around the equator and affects the rainfall in India. So if MJO has an active phase, that is rainy phase, and MJO also has a separate phase. दो phase होते हैं, एक active phase होता है, एक suppressed phase होता है. And it also, helped cause the early monsoon in Kerala and Mumbai this year. And finally, हमने क्या सीखा कि MJO often connects with El Nino, but not always in a good way. So students, nature has many secrets, and understanding them makes us smarter and safer. Okay, students. So that's all for today, students. I'm uh, if you like this episode, share it with your friends. Until next time, stay curious, stay dry, and keep watching the skies. Bye bye.